Greg Zuerlein set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right to the air. Here is Goff. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for a sack. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Detroit. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Batchley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Kirby Joseph there to drop it.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
20! And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Go tonight. Ric Flair. DC.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Goff now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Here's Goff. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Ball again on 2nd down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. The Jets had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their fans.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. It's gone. And Shark calls it in. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards down to the 15 and a 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
We're good. We're good.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Goff on 1st down. That's once again complete to Chark. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Swift is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
80 weapon. 80 weapon.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Throwing on second and long. Goff forced out to his left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On first down, Goff. And in for the Lions touchdown. DJ Chark, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Lions continue to pull away here this first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Chark. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
17, Obama.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on second and long. Goff. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Tiger.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Badgley able to punch this one through, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. This is taken just shy of the 10. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Second half starts with a run by Hall. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They go play action now. Wilson. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Here's Wilson. Able to find Isabella. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, aren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Hey, lift! 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 Super one!
After the interception, here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
We're good! We're good!
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And some room to work. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Value free! Value free!
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal. Here's Goff. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack on 1st down, Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Now Wilson. This one caught by Isabella. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. We're off to the fourth quarter here in week 5.
On the ready.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Khalif Raymond. He will score. Touchdown, Lions.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. Down inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. They find some open feet, and now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 64 yards. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go.
And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Detroit. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Swift again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Badgley on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Lions 48, Jets 14.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Berrios now from his end zone.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. To throw is Wilson. Throwing on 3rd and long. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Hold on. Check.
Goff gonna throw it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Lions 45, Jets 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Jets take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And my goodness, another